Well, hey everybody, and greetings from my daughter's car. She's driving back to Massachusetts to live permanently, whoop, whoop, and I came down to accompany her on the drive. So you'll see dogs and my little grandson possibly popping up in the back, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to share my discoveries in analyzing the data from our most recent graduates from the Trauma Informed Professional Program. Um, the three graduates actually represent different disciplines and also different levels of experience in the healthcare field. Two of them very seasoned professionals, and one of them kind of a mid-range professional. And when I analyzed the pre-program self-assessment, where the learners are asked to evaluate where they would identify across novice to expert relative to each attribute. And then, of course, at the very end of the program, they're then asked to repeat the self-assessment using the same criteria, novice to expert, across each of the attributes. And what I found in this kind of, using this kind of tool, right, a self-assessment vehicle, because I've used self-assessment tools in the past, you know, when I work with hospitals and ask staff to assess their perceptions of trauma-informed practices. So what I've learned with that is that people make that initial assessment based on what they currently know, right? So, you know, for example, if I think I know everything there is to know about quantum physics, I'm going to say I'm an expert at quantum physics. And then I go and take a quantum physics class and I realize, gee whiz, I don't actually know as much as I thought I knew. And so again, that second evaluation, I find, can be even more insightful, informative. And then you kind of, from that second benchmark, then you ask, that continual progression of self-evaluation, and you get a better sense of where folks are at. I've not done repeated self-assessments, although that may be something to do in the future. But what I discovered is with the senior staff folks, okay, the people that have had 20 to 30 years of clinical practice, that they had already identified themselves as being within the expert range across these different practices. There was some insights and ahas that these individuals expressed when they journeyed through the program, but I was really struck by the mid-range clinician and how across each attribute there was a consistent improvement in how they perceived where they were along that continuum with each of the attributes. So it's just really interesting to discover that. I'm going to continue to evaluate the data, and I'm hoping actually tomorrow to share an interview with you with one of the graduates. So stay tuned for tomorrow's email. Thank you so very much for your interest in this information, and please reach out if you have any questions relative to the program, relative to enrolling, relative to trauma-informed care. I look forward to chatting with you again soon. You guys take care and care well. Bye.